What if Frodo failed? When Arwen was riding with Frodo, you can see he was in agony at the brink of death. She was able to avoid the Nine. Using the powers of her country, she was able to wash away the enemy. As she watched them flush, Frodo gasped and she saw him almost die in her arms. Later now at Rivendell, you see Frodo waking up and finding out all of his friends had made it safely. He was still alive. Now, what if Frodo had died before he made it to Rivendell? This is an interesting scenario because the Fellowship of the Ring had not been assembled yet. Frodo and the Secret Council of Elrond, where the leaders of Middle-earth decided to not walk into Mordor.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
Chose to be the ring bearer and take it even though he did not know the way. Sam soon volunteered because he was sworn to protect his friend. Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, Boromir, Gandalf all decided to join the quest and embark on an impossible journey to Mount Doom. Now, with Frodo dead, the stakes have been raised to an even higher ceiling as one of the main characters is dead. Who would be the most likely candidate to take the ring? With Frodo dead, Gandalf would have summoned Sam to take the place in the meeting since he was also a hobbit with a big heart and the smarter of the three remaining hobbits. The scenarios following his death, I believe, would all be the same up until they entered
Lord of Moria, speak, friend, and enter.
What do you suppose that means?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you want a friend, you speak the password and the doors will open.
Inside the tomb, the Fellowship were attacked by a massive army of orcs and trolls under the mountain. And in this battle inside the tomb, a very important scene happens.
This be what has cured a wild boar.
I think there's more to this hobbit than meets the eye. Mithril. You are full of surprises, Master Baggins.
Frodo in the original movie was stabbed by a troll, and thanks to Bilbo's mithril, he was saved. I don't think Bilbo would have given Sam the mithril since we never saw an interaction between the two characters, and Bilbo made it clear he didn't like the rest of the hobbits in the Shire. Sam unfortunately would have died by the hands of the troll, and the ring would again be in the need of another carrier. Knowing the corruption of the One Ring, Boromir would still want to take it for himself, but Gandalf and Aragorn would strongly disagree. Two hobbits remain, and the more mature hobbit, Merry, would be the one to take it. This alternate storyline will continue to change in the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, because in the movie when they are jumping on the bridge, Aragorn and Frodo are the last two to take the leap and run across. This delay is crucial because it leads to Gandalf confronting the Balrog, falling into the abyss, and ultimately becoming Gandalf the White. Without Frodo and Sam, Gandalf wouldn't have done his most iconic scene and the Fellowship would have made it through the mines. In the movie, the Uruk-hai call back their attack once they capture Merry and Pippin because they believe they have the ring. This led to Frodo leaving with Sam on some boats and Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas to run behind them for weeks. Would the Uruk-hai have killed the Fellowship, or would Aragorn, Gandalf, Boromir, Legolas, and Gimli able to protect the hobbits? One scenario is yes, they do defeat the Uruk-hai and continue their journey to Mordor. The second scenario would be no. Unfortunately, our guys would be outnumbered and the Uruk-hai kill off the Fellowship, grab the ring, and eventually bring the Ring of Power to Saruman, where he would attempt to use the ring for his own likeness. This scenario sounds very interesting. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video about Saruman using the Ring of Power. Now the final scenario is they escape through the river like Frodo and Sam did in the original movie. This would mean the Fellowship is all together headed towards Mordor. With the Uruk-hai still behind them, Smeagol still trying to follow them, and Gandalf will not use him as a guide. No way Gandalf lets Smeagol lead them to the Dead Marshes, so in this scenario, the remaining Fellowship members make their way to Gondor, where Boromir suggests his father will back them up in their journey to Mordor. This is very important because Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas would not have helped Rohan and King Theoden. Gandalf helped break the spell from Wormtongue, so this is huge because Rohan would be unguarded and unprepared as the armies of Isengard plague their lands. Forget the Battle of Helm's Deep, we will not get the most iconic cinematic battle in movie history. Rohan, even with the help of the Rohirrim, would be destroyed by Isengard. There's no way that they survive without Helm's Deep.
We come to honor that allegiance.
Michael Vine. most welcome.
Now, since there's no Battle of Helm's Deep, the elves help out Gondor.
Leave none alive! To war! There will be no door for men.
Will now await the armies of Isengard coming from the west and the armies of Mordor coming from the east. The battle rages on, but eventually our heroes are not able to hold off the forces and perish. Sauron takes his ring of power back and a new dark age begins in Middle-earth.
One by one, the free lands of Middle-earth fell to the power of the ring.
Frodo is so important to the story of the Lord of the Rings that his death will lead to the Ents never getting involved in the battle, Wormtongue quote-unquote marrying Arwen, Isengard destroying Rohan and all of its people, Sauron gets the ring back and breathes darkness into the world. Frodo's character is crucial to the story of the Lord of the Rings. Without his involvement, all the good in the world would be lost, and there wouldn't be any more second breakfast. Thank you for making the end of this video, and if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to never miss a video. Let me know in the comments what other what if videos you want me to make next, whether it's Lord of the Rings or any other franchise. Thank you guys for watching, my name's Angel, and see you guys next time.